All right, let's go ahead and welcome everybody who started to view here as I'm about to get ready to do our. I'm excited a giveaway because if it's not a bona fide miracle that somebody out there has convinced Scopely to give something away for free, I don't know. I think I deserve all the credit and hand claps in the world. But in all serious, shout out to Panic and the guys at Scopely for helping put this together. So how this is going to work. And I'm going to give it a couple minutes just to let everybody kind of roll in. I would encourage everybody to go ahead and invite your Alliance members, Alliance mates, whoever. I mean, obviously, you probably would want only like 10 people to participate. But I think to be just in the spirit of fun and fairness, get as many people in here as possible to kind of just hang out and answer some questions. So here's how it's going to work. We're going to have 25 questions here for Star Trek Fleet Command Trivia. Now, these questions are going to range from stuff that you'll know if you're level 10 to stuff where you might have need to been entrenched in the game for a few dozen hours of your life, which I'm sure none of you out there have done that at all. Nobody out there is spending dozens of your hours playing Star Trek Fleet Command. Yeah. But anyway, share this out. And so 4 prizes that are going to be made available. 3 are going to be made available simply from the game. And the 4th one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a choice based on somebody in chat. So I'm going to have a list of all the names after the show. And then I'm going to put all those in a hat, if you will. And then I'm going to draw a random name from that. What I'm actually going to do is use technology and just input the names into my computer and tell it to randomly pick one. And that way it's fair and everybody can get in on this. So I want to make sure that this is out there and around the interwebs, because I know we got about 35 people in here, but I want to just make sure it's shared out one last quick time so everybody can see. And yeah, we'll get going. 4 prizes. Let's go ahead and rattle them off if you missed what the prizes are for whatever reason. First prize is going to be 15,000 Latinum, or keyword there, or half of a ship's worth of blueprints. So for example, if you are level 25 and you want a Legionary, we're going to give you 40 blueprints to that Legionary if you win first prize, or you have the option of doing 15,000 Latinum. So that 15,000 Latinum might come in handy if you're level 28 and you've already got everything, but you really just need some extra oomph to buy speed ups for all the wars that you're in. Either way, you're going to have an option. And if you're level 10, then 15,000 Latinum is just going to make you the most overpowered player out there. And we will say that the blueprints are going to range based on what level you are. So for example, if you're level 14, we're going to be hooking you up with those Jellyfish blueprints that I know everybody's always waiting for, because it seems like everybody can only get about half of them before they have to go to the store. So you'll be able to get those Jellyfish if you're level 14. So trying to cater this to where it doesn't matter what level you are, you get something of value and you can enjoy and have some fun doing Star Trek Fleet Command Trivia. Second prize is going to be 10,000 Latinum, or 1/4 of a ship's worth of blueprints. So once again, the example of, say, a Legionary. In this case, you'd get 20 blueprints instead of 40. Still a significant amount. That is saving you a good bit in the faction store and giving you a head start, especially if you haven't even reached level 26 yet. But even if you're at level 26, letting you start getting some of those blueprints you need to build that pretty new ship of yours. Third prize is going to be 5,000 Latinum. Just Latinum, but hey, who couldn't use 5,000 big ones? I could use 5,000 big ones. I have just now gotten my Latinum back over 1,000. Basically just sitting several days, and I finally won an event, a small event. I finished like 6th place, but I got some Latinum back. I could use 5 grand Latinum. And then 4th prize. This is the one that I'm going to choose randomly from just a name that participates tonight and hops in the comments and everything. And that is going to be 2,500 Latinum. You don't even have to do anything to apply for that one except be here. If you're here and if you're in the chat, then you automatically apply for that potential 4th prize of 2,500 free Latinum. Who couldn't use 2,500 free Latinum? So that's it. Rules are simple. Rules are simple. First one with the correct answer wins. That's all it is. I've got a moderator here, my good friend No One, who also has his own YouTube channel. Make sure you check it out and drop subscribe on his side of things. So first one to answer correctly wins. And the reason I'm going with the first one to answer correctly is simple. It's easier for me to keep track instead of marking down 100 people who said the right thing. And the fast answer is going to hopefully eliminate all the people sitting there with your Googles. Guys, have some integrity. Don't get on Google. Come on. But hopefully the speed test will get you guys and gals out there typing, get your answers in. And I've got a couple of questions in here that are a little bit of sidewinders. So don't be too quick to just throw out an answer, because it might be wrong. So we're going to, Mr. Randolph says that 2,500 lat equals 1 upgrade. Hey, 2,500 lat is still 2,500 lat. You better take the free lat, dang it. I don't hear no complaints about free Latinum. I don't hear it. So what we're going to do is go ahead and get started. We got about 50 people in here. I am going to be writing down manually every time a individual out there wins. So if you are a winner, what I'll need you to do is talk with me after the show because I need your player ID. I cannot send you anything without the player ID. So I'll take that. I'm going to give it to Panic. Don't worry. I'm not going to spread your player ID out to the entire world. None of that. We're not stealing your account. This is not some big scam where Deuce wants your level 17 with your tier 4 envoy. I promise you, that's not the plan. But make sure, if you are the winner that we announced at the end of the show, get with me on Discord, and we will get you all set up and get you all some goodies. Hopefully by tomorrow. It depends. Panic's in Spain. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll make sure everybody's in. Everybody type a R in chat if you're ready. We need everybody to be ready. Type a R. I want to make sure everybody's ready. Yes, Rabbit Sloth. I see you, my friend. It does work. Awesome. And the music's up. All right. We got some R's. Oh, man. Look at it fly. See, that's what I'm worried. It's going to be flying. So no one, please make sure you're helping me check for answers. The first one to name the correct answer. If you can help me make sure I get on that, we're going to get started. So first question of the night. Really simple one. At what level can your base first be attacked? At what level can your base first be attacked in the game? Go ahead and drop that down. First one to answer is going to win that point. Oh, Jeremy Grant. I see Jeremy Grant is the first one. Good job, Jeremy Grant. You're going to get our first point of the night. And then you can see here, as we'll go ahead and flip it for you. Level 15 is the answer to that question. Still, don't be discouraged if you type 15 and you did not win it. We have still got 24 questions to go. And this is all about who wins the most. Jeremy might not win another one. We're going to keep on going. Next question we've got. Who was TPring's lover before Stonn? This is one that you have to really pay attention if you are into the good old lore of Star Trek Fleet Command. It's in the description of an officer. And Jeffrey Paul nails it first. I see Jeffrey Paul saying Spock there. Good job, Jeffrey. So there's your little fun tidbit. And got to be a little some awkward bridge combinations if you're putting Stonn and TPring all at the same time. But there's your fun little tidbit. So I said these are the type of questions. We'll have some easy ones and then have some that make you think a little bit. So we got one for Jeremy and one for Jeffrey. Elliot, so here's what we're doing. I'm saying the first name that comes up in chat. Remember, if you are on your own client, it might show you first. Importance is what it shows up on my end. So I'm simply taking this first one that I see here in my chat. And a lot of that's going to be bandwidth and connections and stuff I have no control over. But we're going to go to the next question right now. Remember, we still got 22 more, so don't worry. You got your time to win. And there's Spock, of course, the answer. Next one. What warp range do you need to get to the Sol system in Star Trek Fleet Command? Sol system. That's where Earth is, by the way. Mars, Jupiter. Up. Kevin Peterson with the right answer. First one. 40 is the correct answer. Saw some people with 60. That's the level of the system. But Kevin, you do need a 40 warp range to be able to get to the Sol system. So good job on that one. We have 3 people all with 1 point now. Man, I hope this diversifies a little bit. Viper says he can't answer in time. Look, Viper, reload that baby. Shut everything down but the stream. I said this is the first time that we've done this, so we might change it for the next format, but just have some fun with us and we'll see how we go. With Warp 40, we've got Kevin was the first one to answer there, and then you see we got it here. So ready for question 4 here upcoming. What officer gives you an increased reward when hunting hostiles or players for titanium? The hint is in the players part of it because this is actually broken. It's not supposed to work like that, but it does. It's the first one to answer this one. See, Magnus, I haven't seen yet. Jeremy Grant with the first answer here with Chev. So now Jeremy's got his second point of the night. Raymond, I see listed Vel. And then Gentleman listed Kabesh. 2 good reach answers, but the answer is Chev. And Jeremy Grant got it first on that one. But don't worry, we've still got more. Last name, Chev Akraya. I hope I pronounced that Andorian's name right, or else I just butchered the poor guy's name. Next one up is, at what level do you unlock the Kehra class interceptor? Not the Talla, not the Fender, the Kehra class interceptor. What level? First one gets the point. I'm waiting. Jeremy with again. Jeremy's sitting out there with some fiber connections. I see a couple 22s, 26s. The correct answer is level 20. It's the first one. It's the first tier 3 ship that you can unlock is at level 20. And that is the Kehra class interceptor. Keep on answering though, guys. We've still got some points to be had. Yeah, I remember getting my Kehra. Remember when I made the video about skipping the Valkas? I still stand by skipping the Valkas, by the way. I still do. Next up. Question 6. What is the southernmost system in the galaxy where you can find dilithium? This is a tricky one for you. I'll be real surprised if this one gets answered immediately. I'll be real surprised. This is a tricky one. I have mentioned this system multiple times in videos though. So if you're a common fan of the show here, you should know. Oh, we got it. Kevin Peterson Murasaki. He labeled it first. Good job, Kevin. It did take a little bit longer than I expected, but there's our first Murasaki there. And it is actually, I think Raymond put 312. He answered second, but it's 310, I believe. No, 312. You were right. But we got it in first from Kevin there. Elliot does bring out a good point. Southernmost does not exist in space. This is true. However, our galaxy map is a two-dimensional galaxy map, and we're not watching the original Star Trek Wrath of Khan where they actually fought in 3 dimensions, which is really cool. But we have a two-dimensional map, so on your two-dimensional map, Murasaki is the southernmost point to get dilithium in the game. Come on, you got to appreciate the depth of questions I'm bringing all of y'all. Question 7. Who is the community manager or managers for Star Trek Fleet Command? Thanks, Mike, for dropping the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Who is the community manager or managers for Star Trek Fleet Command? All right, so we've got answers coming in so far. However, it's not a complete answer. We need a complete answer. All right. Complete answer. I think we finally got one. Yes, we do. Bernard F., the first one. Panic and Gala. So there's actually 2 community managers for Star Trek Fleet Command. Panic is probably the most vocal of the 2. However, Miss Gala is around as well. So Bernard F., good job. You just earned yourself a point there. And that's what I said. Don't be necessarily the first one to get it out there. You got to be the first one to get it right. So good job there for Bernard. Panic and Gala. Gala always gets forgotten, man. She's too quiet. She's got to speak up. Get out. Get your name out there, Gala. All right, next up. Question number 8. No one. You actually came in second. I did see you type it. Bernard showed up first on my chat. Question number 8, though. What type of weapon or weapons does the Botany Bay have? Ship that you can get at level 18 to start going into augment space. What type of weapon does it have? Everybody says dang lag. Everybody says dang lag. I love Brian's answer. It's not the right answer, but I love it. Brian Piper says it has crappy weapons. The correct answer is Kinetic. Brandon Hines wins that one. Good job, Brandon, with your answer there. Kinetic is the correct answer. I almost want to give a bonus point for saying crappy because that's hilarious. Oh, man. That one made me giggle. Kinetic weapons has a photon torpedo at I think like tier 5, but it's a kinetic weapon all the way up. So there you go. Yeah, we might I'm gonna mark that down on the side for Brian because that didn't make me laugh. We'll have to figure something out. You know, we'll see. We'll see. Augustus, I see you, my friend. I do. I just haven't seen you come up first yet. Haven't seen you come up first, but I do see you. I do see you. There's a lot of names coming up. So now we're going on to the next question. Question number 9. What is the first ship that you build in game? Key word there. First ship that you build in game. Here we go. Remember, you build it. First one. See Davis throwing one out. A lot of people laying out the Rialta. But do you build the Rialta? No, the Rialta is given to you. Tim Bolton with the first correct answer. The Orion Corvette is the first ship that you build in the game. See, I told y'all, we're going to throw some curveballs at you. The Rialta is given to you immediately and you start doing the tutorial with it. But the Orion Corvette is actually the first one that you build. And that one goes to Tim Bolton. Good job, Tim. We have got several players now tied for third place. We're going to see how it keeps going. There's still plenty of time to get in here, guys. The leader only has 3 points, and we've still got a lot of questions to go. Rabbit, I've seen your questions come in, you know, not first, but they're in the top 10 so far. Red said Fendra. Fendra is level 10, so a little bit ahead of yourself there. But Orion Corvette being the second ship that you get and the first one that you actually build. Question number 10. What is the first ship you build in-game that is from a civilization that is part of the Federation in the television series? Here's you another little twister. Got to have a little knowledge of Star Trek Fleet Command and Star Trek. What is the first ship you build in-game that is from a civilization that's part of the Federation? We got some answers, but not the right one so far. I see Jellyfish, Talla, Fortunate. None of those are right yet. Elliot gets it. Elliot with the Fendra. The Fendra is a Tellarite design. The Tellarites were actually a founder of the Federation in the series. So their ship is actually the first one that you build that is affiliated directly with the Federation because of the Tellarite construction. So good job there, Elliot, man, getting you a point here in the system. Let me write this down. Awesome. Man, told y'all. I'm going to think. Raymond out here saying a D4. I'm on. There you go, the D4. So what was the title of Rev's first Star Trek Fleet Command video? There better be some diehards out there who know this one off the top of their heads. Where are the diehards out there that have been around the channel the longest? Y'all feel free. Open up your new tab and go check out my first video if nobody remembers it. But the hint I will drop, the hint is that it contains the alliance I'm currently in. Brian said, "Get Wrecked, Mate." That is the song that I play, but that's not it. Mine at your own risk. Not mine. It's not giving me money either, no one. Nope. Like I said, we got to give some questions in here that aren't going to be instant answers so that people can all have a chance to win. So here we go. Red shirts. That is the alliance. Bernard, first one answer. First versus HK. George says, "I don't see the option to buy points." Man, I'm trying to make it fair, man. I love being able to buy points, but that's not going to work. What we're going to do, though, is Steve listed out the entire title, which is what we're looking for. First versus HK, Star Trek Fleet Commander, Episode 1. The reason I want to include that is because I misspelled the title of my very first video. It called the game the wrong thing. So, Steve Pataki, I hope I pronounced your name right. You are going to win that point because you listed the entire title, including my snafu that I have left up all this time. Whew. Good job. George, I do appreciate you supporting the show, though. Crimson, you've yet to have one in so far. Douglas says that we need an email so we can send you questions and answer on the channel. Also need Instagram. Viper, I see you texted, man. I do have email. Discord is the easiest way to get a hold of me. It's in the description of the video. Discord is by far the easiest because that's where everybody else is. So that's easiest. Next up, question 12. How many types of minerals can the refinery in-game process? How many types of minerals can the in-game refinery process? It should be a simple one for everybody. This is another easy one. Don Glass with the first one. Don with the number 3. Good job, Don Glass, getting that in. Man, y'all better hurry up and start separating. We're going to have a whole bunch of third prize winners. Panic is not going to be happy. We're going to be passing out Latinum like crazy. All right. Good job. 3. So I see a lot of people saying 6. It still is ore, crystal, and gas. They're simply 2 different types. You got different tiers of it, but it's still only 3 materials. So 3 is the correct answer there. Crystal, ore, and gas. Next question, number 13. At what level are the first faction ships able to be built? The first faction ships. First faction ships. Come on, give me a level. David says 20. You're close, but not quite. It is going to be David Paramune, maybe? I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. With level 26. That's where you can get the tier 1 faction ships, which are now available in the game without actually having to buy, which is fantastic. All right, David, I've got you down there, buddy. 26. Magnus, you did not show up before on mine. It might be on yours. The first one I had, you actually had 4 people before you on my chat window. But don't worry, keep on playing, and we will get you in there. There's still plenty of time. I mean, Jeremy Grant's still the leader with only 3 points, so we got plenty of time. Number 14, how do you buy relocation tokens in the game without spending money, without actually spending your currency out of your wallet? What is the only other way to buy relocation tokens in the game? Buying relocation tokens in the game. Something I do literally every day. Jeremy Grant, first one with the Alliance store, growing his lead. Jeremy Grant really wants to win those blueprints. This man is just sitting by that keyboard waiting. So there's your first one. You do it through the Alliance store. If you out there have never done this, all you got to do is do your dailies every day where you donate and give helps to your Alliance, or you can donate to your Alliance. And then once you complete those, you turn those in for Alliance ports. Hit your Alliance button, go to the store, buy you some relocation tokens. That is the way to do it. It's the easiest, quickest way, best way. And now you know. Moving on to question number 15. What is the cost to open 5 chests of standard recruits? Not ultras, not premium. Standard recruits. What's it cost you? Standard recruits. Come on. Dang, Jeremy wins another one. Jeremy with the right answer of 100. Standard recruits, the cost 100. Man, y'all got to get Jeremy back. Y'all got to pull him back. He's reining it in. We got a lot of good answers here. But we got a few more questions. I don't know. Jeremy's building a quick lead. We're going to need everybody else to really step it up. Is Jeremy next door? I honestly don't. Jeremy, do you live in Louisiana, my friend? Because I've got a pretty decent internet connection, but man, he is just nailing them. He has got 5. Next up, we got Kevin with 2, and then we've got a lot of people with 1. Elliot says, get the Russian hackers off of Jeremy's computers. Don't worry, we still got plenty of time, and I have confidence that people want to catch up. Jeremy, question 16. What has the advantage in a battle triangle when the Valkas fights a Kumari? Which ship has the advantage with the battle triangle? Simple. The answer is literally in the question. All you got to do is type the right ship. Which one is it? Yes, Brian Piper. There's internet in Louisiana. Rabid. Ooh, Rabid's going to win that one. That one's tough. He misspelled it, but I know what he meant. He said Kumari. He said Kamai? Oh, no. Moderator, you're in the chat. Should we give it to Jeremy or Rabid? I'm sorry, Jeffrey or Rabid. Jeffrey and Rabid put it in right at the same time, but Jeffrey actually spelled the answer correctly. So, moderator, what's the fair way to do this? Is it going by the answer or the correctly spelled answer? Get our moderator in here to cut this split, because they came in at the exact same time on my screen. I mean, they both popped up immediately in the chat window that I've got pulled up. So, we'll need a little bit of help. What's fair? Is it about correct spelled? All right. We got a couple people saying, looks like most of them say spelled right. Spelled right. So we're going to go with that. Don't worry, Rabbit. We're going to get you in. I promise. But we're just going by what the moderator says here. I think that's just being fair. So we're going to give the point to Jeffrey there. Don't worry. I'm also going to write your name down, Rabbit. I'm going to make sure. I'm going to give you some love, even if you don't win. We're going to give you some love. Spelling should count. Oh, even Rabbit said spelling should count. So, you know, that's good teammanship. I like that. So the Kumari would have the advantage because it is a battleship going against an explorer. So question number 17. What uncommon officer, that's the green ones, is used by players from level 10 to level 30? And here's the hint. I made a video about this one very, very recently. Very recently. Who is the uncommon officer that people are using on their Saladins and using on their Fendras? Jeffrey Paul with the correct answer first with Claw. Good job, Jeffrey. Jeffrey's now moved into sole possession of second place. That means him and Jeremy are currently in the running to get the blueprints. So we need everybody to start answering. Claw is the correct answer. Good job. That is great, Jeffrey. Good job, Jeffrey. Good job, Jeffrey. Good job. Ryan says he was thinking green skin. Yeah, look, I know you're thinking those are Ryan's, but Jeffrey says he used them on a raiding survey ship. Interesting setup there, Jeremy. Jeffrey. Too many names to keep up with. Next up on question 18. What officers can activate the ability morale? You must list all officers. This is a tough one, so don't just start throwing out a single name. You must list all officers to win this one. Thanks, Admiral Jensen, for loving the stream, man. I appreciate it. So here's you go. I see people throwing out Kirk. Kirk can activate morale, but you must list all of them in a single line. I've yet to see the correct answer. I see one that's really close. Rabbit is really, really close, but he's missing one. Oh, here's another hint. It's a new officer. A new officer can activate morale, including some of the ones already listed. All right, we got a winner. We have got a winner. Wei Chun, NG, Kirk, Sulu, Arkady, and Marcus. The new officer Marcus can activate morale. Arkady, Sulu, and Kirk are the other three that have been around for a while. So there was that twist there. Throwing in that little bit of you better be paying attention to all the new stuff happening in the game. Marcus can activate morale on your ship. Those are the 4 officers. Wei Chun, NG, you have just gotten yourself a point, my friend. Congratulations. Now we now have 8 people with 1 point. So we got 8 people tied for 3rd place right now. Whew. This is, Panic ain't going to be happy with me. Good job. Good job. I like throwing in those little twisters. Rabbit says he even has the Marcus one and forgot to list it. Yeah, Rabbit was the first one to list Sulu, Arkady, and Kirk, but left out Marcus. Next one, question 19. What system in Klingon faction space is known for being the location where the Federation and Klingon Empire have signed peace treaties? This one really points to your overall Star Trek knowledge, more so than just Star Trek Fleet Command. So this is a big one for me. Kevin Peterson with the win there. Kittimer. Good job, Kevin Peterson. You've now moved into a tie for 2nd place. The Kittimer Accords is what those peace treaties were called in the series. Good job, everybody. I love all the Trekkies out there nailing it. We got so many Kittimer answers. Good job, everybody. I can tell that the giveaways and stuff are going to be something we have to do more often. And just for future reference, more giveaways that we do will not always be trivia nights. We're going to do some giveaways that are based on other things like comments and YouTube channels and things like that. So don't worry if you're not winning points necessarily yet. There's going to be more stuff coming up in the future. The moderator is No One Shao, who's another content creator here for Star Trek Fleet Command. So question number 20 coming up. What survey ship has the lowest protected cargo capacity in Star Trek Fleet Command? Here's another one. Think quick. Don't throw out the first answer that's going to come to your head. Throw out the correct answer. What survey ship has the lowest protected cargo capacity in Star Trek Fleet Command? Tenacious G with the correct answer first. North Star. Good job. And I see there's a couple of fortunes in there I saw, but the North Star has the lowest protected cargo value of the survey ships. Good job, Tenacious G. Alrighty. Whew. We're going to have a lot of people hitting me up on Discord. This is... I was hoping more people would separate, but... Okay, we'll have a lot of 3rd place winners tonight. Michael Gandy says his mom. Well, if your mom's got a low cargo capacity, then she's probably doing pretty well for herself. 21. What is Rev's favorite ship in the game? Here you go. Rev's favorite ship in the game. No one can link his channel in the video here in the chat. More than welcome to do that. What is Rev's favorite ship? I see Kamari, D3. Those are not answers. David Williams with the correct answer is the Bortus. David Williams, good job. My favorite ship is the Bortus, and if you think I'm just making that up on the spot, what is the ship in my intro and outro video? It is the Bortus, which is also known as the Katinga or D7, depending on what movie and series of Star Trek you're watching. So there's your little Star Trek knowledge dropped on you right there. Ooh, let me go up and make sure we got the right one. Who said Bortus first? David Williams coming up first on my side. David Perum, but don't worry, you still got a point as well, my friend. And I'm just going by the first one that pops up here on the chat. And yeah, make sure y'all check out No One, who is another content creator. We're trying to grow him, make his stuff better, and we can always help you out. But yeah, Rabbit, if you look, the Bortus, Katinga, D7, all same design, but there are slight changes. In fact, when it comes to the original Star Trek, some of the creators of Star Trek, as well as other fans, have had a pretty serious debate of whether the Katinga and the D7 were the same ship, whether the Katinga was a refit, and the Katinga you can see in the actual Star Trek motion picture movie. So, there you go. Question number 22. What is the maximum warp range of a Talla battleship without Cadet Scotty on it? Without Cadet Scotty on it. David with the correct one. Good job. See, David missed the last one, but he gets this one. 19. Warp range of 19 is maximum. David now has sole possession of 3rd place. So now that we've got a little bit of a separation, we've got a 1 through 3 right now. So I need everybody else out there with 1 point to get your answers in quickly. We've only got a couple more questions, but David there gets up to 2 points for him. So now we have got a first place, 2 people tied for second place, and a third place with only 3 questions left. Only 3. Crimson wants to know who was the second one that said 19. Jeremy Grant and then Crimson. So the first one to say it was David, then I had Jeremy Grant, then Crimson Viper said 19. So those are the first 3 who answered the question, with David getting it first. And yes, please watch out on the caps button. So now we get to question 23. What level 30 independent system allows you to mine 3-star crystal? Just 3-star crystal. Only 3-star crystal. And it's an independent system. Hey, Gothic Marty, how you doing, my friend? Welcome to the Trivia Night and Giveaway. To Jet, Kevin Peterson wins that one. Good job, Kevin Peterson. And that actually moves you into second place by yourself. Good job, Kevin. So now David's going to have to catch up so he can get back into third place again. Good job to Jet is the correct answer. It's an independent system in level 30 space. Good job, Kevin Peterson. We still got time. Level number 24, 2 more questions. What system is directly below Lycia? Remember, we have a 2-dimensional galaxy map here. So directly below Lycia. Directly below it. Javier says we need more questions. You know, I will say that I thought 25 would end up being a lot. But yeah, next time we do this, we might have some more. Jamie Grant with the correct answer with Zorik. However, Jeremy has got such a massive lead. I'm going to see Jeremy, because here's what we're going to do, Jeremy. Since it wasn't Kevin who answered, you've got such a massive lead. We're going to give it to the second person that answered just to see if they can fight and get to another spot. And that was Rabid Sloth. So, Jeremy, not that I'm trying to take away your answers, but since you have 5 points, you literally cannot lose first place now. You can only... I'm going to give that one to Rabid Sloth. Jeremy, I'm not trying to punish you, but you literally have answered all the questions right. So, last question of the night. And don't worry, more giveaways will be had. So what we'll do here is don't leave as soon as we're done with the question 25. What I'm going to do is me and Noah, the moderator, are going to take the names that we see here in chat, and we're going to try to figure out, we're going to put them all in together, and then we're going to run for the 4th prize, which is going to be a random drawing for those participated in tonight's event. The winner, whoever wins prizes 1 through 3, cannot win the prize number 4. So don't worry, if you did not win prizes 1 through 3, you are the only ones that qualify. So Jeremy can't win prize 1 and prize 4. We're not going to give Jeremy all the prizes. So last question of the night. Who is the leader of the Augment faction? Who is the leader of the Augment faction? Camille, I am not the leader of the Augment faction, though I appreciate the shout out. I appreciate the shout out. All right, let's see what we got here. First one that comes up on my screen is... Where is... Yeah. There's so many... It's this fine. The screen's fine. David Perumban... Man, I just clicked my... Got to go back to my screen. I clicked off of it. All right, David answered. So that gives him 3 points. Now, the squirrely thing about this is going to give a 2-way tie for 3rd place. So Jeffrey Paul and David Paramoon are going to both tie for that. So our winner tonight is going to be Jeremy Grant, who had 5 points. Second place is Kevin Peterson with 4 points. And then Jeffrey Paul and David Paramoon both tied with 3 points for 3rd place. So congratulations to you 3. And now, here's what we're going to do. I need everybody that is in the chat, if you could for just a second stop typing. So you can say your congratulations, but what we want to do now is I'm going to give everybody a number to type, and everybody that types that number, we're going to write down your names, and then we're going to do a random drawing to see who wins prize number 4. Prize number 4. And Magnus, like I said, man, this is the first time we're doing this, so we will change things up and try to find a more efficient method. But with all things that you just start off doing, you know, there's going to be kinks in the system, and, you know, try to do it as fair as possible. But like I said, we will definitely be looking at other ways to do more of this going forward. It says you can't see my participation list. Well, let me pull this out. I can see the participations list. All right, that is a lot of participants. So I'm going to just copy paste. Copy. All right, so we're going to All right. So here's what I'm going to do, just so everybody knows that we're being fair here. So there's a website called miniwebtool.com/random-name-picker. All I'm going to do is take everybody that's in the chat right now, every single person, all of you ugly faces and beautiful faces and faces in general, and I'm going to just put the names in, and then we're going to randomly pick a name. So I'm going to actually pull up the website on this side over here. I'm going to make sure that everybody can see it so that everybody knows that we're not doing any type of funny business. No funny business around here. Let me alter this a little bit so y'all can see it. Yes, it's going to run off the screen, and I've got to fix it, and it looks janky, but, you know, sometimes janky's okay. Sometimes janky's acceptable. So let's go ahead and get every single name that is here in the chat right now. All 86 of you. We're giving everybody a chance to win. Yes, winners cannot win. Winners cannot win. Jeremy Grant, Jeffrey Paul, Kevin Peterson, and David Paramoon cannot win this one. So pick a random name. And of course... Okay, that's funny. I promise I didn't do that. We're going to repick. Okay, Jeremy works for the Russians. Okay, we're repicking. Jeremy cannot win. Jeremy cannot win. All right, repick. Repick. Pick a random name. Tenacious G. Tenacious G, if you are still in the chat. You are the winner of our fourth prize here. Fourth prize winner is Tenacious G. So I'm going to need all five of you to contact me on Discord. And I'm going to need all of your player IDs. So those are the 4 winners for tonight's giveaway. The first giveaway in Star Trek Fleet Command history. Because Scopely doesn't give stuff away until now. And now we have. So congratulations to all the winners. Next thing I want to do while I still have some of y'all, I just want to know, was this fun? Did y'all enjoy this? And what would y'all like to see moving forward for this type of stuff? Because we're going to do more giveaways, including more content creators giving giveaways. David Perum, prove how you are. That's a good question. How do you prove who you are? I guess you could send me your social security number, your bank account, routing number, and a photocopy of your license. That'd be the biggest way. I'm just kidding. I'm going to trust the integrity of it. I don't feel like people are going to contact me on Discord and lie, but we will verify who the winners are. So don't worry. We're not just going to give stuff away. The biggest thing is player ID. Once we get your player ID, we can verify who you are in game. So that's going to be how we get that. So David says he sends me a message on Discord. Well, let's see. I see. Let's see. You sent me a message on Discord. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't realize my server was on here. I didn't realize my server was hanging out with us. All right, David, I see you, my friend. Don't worry, Gothic Marty. We will get you into the next one. Like I said, this is not going to be something we do one time. We're going to do more of this. All right, Jeffrey, just make sure you contact me on Discord. Contact me on Discord. My link to my Discord is in the description of the video. And then also, here's what I want to do. For everybody still listening to the show, anybody that wants to stick around and actually talk about the game, if you have questions or anything, feel free. We'll do a little bit of a game fun. And, I got to get ready to set my shield again. My shield is about to expire. But if you have any questions about the game, we'll start talking about some of that. But also, when this video posts, so actually when it stops going live, what I would love for everybody to do, if y'all have the time, just come back to the comment section after the video posts. So not right now, but after the video post, and just write how you would like to see future giveaways done. If you have ideas for giveaways like trivia night like we did tonight, or maybe best suggestion for improvements in the game, win something, anything that you have in terms of ideas, I want you to put them in the comments after this video post. If that would be so kind of you to do, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Oh, man, I'm seeing everybody comment. Let's see. All right, I'm just sorry, guys, while I'm typing. That's just me making sure I get with the winners. So Jeremy has gotten with me. so far. And David, I still need Tenacious G, Kevin Peterson, and Jeremy Grant to message me on Discord. Please don't forget. I would hate... Oh, this is Jeremy Grant. Okay, sorry, I mixed up your name. Jeffrey Paul's who I'm still waiting on. So I've got Jeremy Grant and David. I need Tenacious G, Kevin Peterson, and Jeffrey Paul. Sorry, Jeremy. That's like the 8th time I've done mixed up y'all's names. I actually wrote y'all like right after one another. So we've got this one in and this one. I just want to make sure everybody gets their prize. Now, keep in mind that Panic is in Spain. That's where he resides. So don't expect these to come in tonight or anything. I'm going to put this into Panic tomorrow morning, and then he will push that through. So give it a 24, 48 hour business day type things. Don't scream at everybody, hey, Deuce lied, never gave me my blueprints, 30 minutes after the video ends. What event is coming next after Battle for Glory? Well, that's a tough one because I can't answer that directly because I haven't gotten permission to do that. What I can say, though, is what hint can I give? I'll say this. So here's what I can say about events coming up. So you got this event right now, this Battle for Glory. Then you'll have another event that you're used to seeing. However, in about a week's time, a brand new type of event, a brand new event with new content comes out. That's all I can say. If everybody asking why the heck that's all I can say, it's because I have an NDA. So part of being in scope of partnership is we can't give away all the secrets. But I will say that coming in 1 week's time and actually coming in 8 days-ish time, 7, 8, 9 days, that type of thing, there's a brand new event with brand new content coming. So if that's the best thing I can give you. That's the best thing. Red says the main issue is lag. Some of you have with slow internet, put you at a disadvantage. Yes, Red, I definitely see that, going through tonight. And what I'll do in the future is just when we do giveaways, we'll do different types of giveaways. That way it'll be more of an even playing ground. I still like trivia night. I feel like this was a ton of fun, even if people didn't win. But we'll do giveaways on my channel and other content creators' channels that allow them to, get more people to participate. And I think it's tough to do something that's truly fair for everybody, but we are trying to do that. But Zula says new event will be crappy Botany Bay weaponry. I'm not going to give away what the new event is, but I personally love anything that's new and new content, because that is what's going to push the game further, because I think everybody sees that even with the bugs, there's a lot of content sorely lacking. So we definitely need more of that to come in. All right, Kevin just got with me, so we're still waiting on, I think, Jeffrey Paul. Let me see if Jeffrey Paul has contacted yet. He has not. All right, so we're still waiting on Jeffrey Paul. And the winners, please make sure you send me a screenshot of your player ID. That way I can forward it straight to Panic. John Walker, thanks, man. I appreciate it. James says entering from Australia sucked. Oh, man. We can do a giveaway where the winner wins a signed hat. But that giveaway will be when the channel is bigger and making more money. I like this hat. I don't want to give away my hat. I like this hat. I've also got a Star Wars hat, too. Marty, I'm definitely with you. Fixing player quality of life, it needs to be a focus. But I don't think they have to be mutually exclusive. I think that you can have a team work on new content as well as a team that works on better improving the day-to-day life of the game. Thanks, David, for the congrats on 2K subs. But yeah, that's definitely something I'm looking for, is that I feel like right now so much of the game is focused on the dev side is one thing at a time. Crimson Viper, you're not timed out, I can see, but it's focusing on one thing at a time, not 3 groups focusing on all these things at one time. And I think that is going to be a thing for me, continually pushing them for those type of changes. So like tomorrow morning, there's a new podcast episode coming out where I have a member from server 29, and she talks about a lot of the issues that they have on their server, and her server is very active like mine is at server 20. So I think that's one of the main things that the community continues to push out to the community managers and the devs, and the only thing that we can really do is the louder our voice gets. And the more we speak with our money and the more we speak with our actions, the more they'll actually hear. John, it sounds like everybody's trying to guess where I am. Y'all are not necessarily close. I am not below I-10. If I was below I-10, and keep in mind that I purposely try to articulate in a way that removes as much of my accent as I can. But if I was from the I-10, it would be a lot more like this and dad, and my speech would be slurred a little bit more. If anybody's ever lived or been around New Orleans and Metairie and Harahan, and you'll know the accent is nothing like where I'm at currently. I am in Monroe, Louisiana. You sound like the coach from Waterboy. That's extreme. That's extreme Cajun. That's not even New Orleans and Metairie. That's living in the dang swamp. That's the man that's taking the P-road to work every day. Somewhat new Discord. How do you PM someone? Well, the easiest way to do, Jeffrey, is just go to add a friend and then type in this right here. # Deuce 1488. I'm sorry, Deuce number 14. I did that backwards. Deuce number 1488. That is my Discord player ID. Yeah, Opelousas. There you go. How do you check server? Well, I can actually, I might be able to show how to do that real quickly. So let's attack with this, and then I'm going to change this to just a really quick ship that I can destroy. Well, we'll just destroy this ship. So that took damage. So the easiest way to check for your actual server number, if you've never done that before, what you want to do is create an error screen. Every time an error pops up on your game, it gives you an ID at the top right. So it actually gives you more than an ID. It gives you a link. So I'm going to close this out. We're going to move this window capture up. So now you'll see that I have two ships that have been, one that's been completely destroyed, and then one that is simply hurt. So what you want to do, and remember, we're looking at the top right of the screen. So like where you see the par steel and titanium and all that good stuff. I'm going to tell this ship to repair, and while it's repairing, tell another ship to repair, and then you'll get this page that says ship error. Top right, you see that little string of text that says https://live. So that 020, that is your server number. So I'm on server 20. If you did it, you might be on server 147 or server 29 or server 2. But that is the easiest way to locate what server you're on in game, is have a ship that needs to be repaired, then have a second one repair, and then that'll give you what you need. Let me switch this on back to our D3. And you're on server 19. Hey, shout out to server 19. Marty says server 196 has less than 100 active players. Whew, wow, Marty, that is really low. What I want to do, Marty, if you can, send me a little bit more information about your server, because I know server merges are not in the immediate future, but it is something that they're talking about. And Marath is saying that he wants Rev merch. That is something that I can possibly work on. I have merchandise for my football stuff, but not for my Star Trek stuff. Truth is, time is an issue for me. So when it comes to designing t-shirts and everything like that, I don't have a lot. If anybody wants to help, maybe if you run a business that does t-shirts and does hoodies and stuff, maybe we can work out a deal. But the real Jay-Z says he believes server 20 is the strongest. Server 29 is probably the strongest that I've witnessed. They have the Khan Alliance, and that's also where Ronin Hawk is. And Ronin has got all of the epic faction ships, and they're all at like 2 million power. He's a maxed out level 39. But yeah, there's several strong players out there. My football team is the New Orleans Saints. That's the only football team that matters. And let's see. Friends, Omni Hacks. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. Just once again, talking to the winners and making sure they get their stuff in right. All right. I think that is everybody. Yep. Got Tenacious G. So, all right, good. We got the winners in. And I actually plan on having, if he is willing, I want to have Ronin Hawk on the server, the podcast in the future. So that's another one of the guests that I'm targeting. Any content creators that are not on BlueStacks? Yeah, actually, Admiral Jensen is no longer doing it, but I think there's a couple. I don't think Fortis uses BlueStacks. I use BlueStacks, obviously. I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not sure. Houdat, Mark. Didn't realize we had so many Houdats. Actually, so my day job is covering the New Orleans Saints for The Athletic and Canal Street Chronicles. So doing radio shows and covering the team. That's my thing. Amergan. I don't know if Amergan uses BlueStacks or not. Amergan might use the game in-game from his tablet or something, then push it on into YouTube. Jack says, will this help players in game? What exactly are you asking, Jack? Will what help players in game? Trying to see what that was. The real Jay-Z says he's from Shreveport, but Dallas Cowboys fan. Man, it seems like everybody in Northwest Louisiana seems to be a Cowboys fan. Ugh, Cowboys fans. Any in-game questions y'all have, throw them on down. I'm going to stay live for about 10 more minutes before I wrap up the live. But any questions you have in-game, anything like that, throw it at me. I see Gus has decided to park his Centurion out by my base. Gus, you better be careful. There's a Bortus out there that gets really hungry at night. Man, come on, game. What are you doing, game? I'm just going to go park next to him, see what he does. I'm going to park my Legionary and my Bortus next to him. his Centurion could probably take out the Legionary, but... You've been farming ship experience your whole stream? Nice. What is Panic's real name? I honestly don't know. I can tell you that he's Greek. And that's all. I just call the guy Panic. And I don't know his real name. Have I ever used the cadets on the Bortus? I don't currently. Right now, I run the morale setup on there. And I focus on defense and health. Now, I need to make a video about this because defense actually doesn't work. It doesn't really give you a 60% bonus. I don't care what it says right here. It doesn't give you a 60% bonus. But that's something that I'll do on another video. But I run the morale crew. The last time I really used the cadets was right around the Kehra, and some people use it on the Valkas. But I have not used the cadets in a while. They still can be pretty handy. And in fact, you can put it on your North Star as a base rating group, and they're semi-decent. But now that I've got the Augment base raiders, and I've got morale, and I've got hull breach and all this other stuff, the cadets have kind of gone to the back burner for me. Red Badger says, is there any possibility of having a set crew option for each ship instead of having the crew aligned to the dock? Yes, there actually is. That's been suggested a couple times, and they're looking into that. That doesn't mean that is a change necessarily upcoming very soon, but the ability to basically set up crew shortcuts, and or as we would called it in the MMO and RPG game, setting up crew macros, that is something that they're looking at so that you can change out crews quickly and more efficiently than the process now, which is if I want to change all this, I have to literally go to each individual crew and change them out, which is incredibly time-consuming and annoying. Ryan says he likes to use Hanger for tearing up, keep docks free. Okay. Jonathan says he uses the cadets on his Kamari mostly because epic officers are low in level. Well, I will say this. Even though the cadets do have decent percentages, even if your epics are low level, you're still going to get good abilities from them. Like the ability to activate morale, even at tier 1 with Kirk and Spock, is better than what you would get from the cadets unless the cadets are just maxed out. So like if you go look at my cadets now, all of my cadets are to the point where... Wrong button. Upgradable. All of my cadets are getting to the point now where I can only upgrade them if I spend faction credits. And I'm saving my faction credits to get faction minors. And then after that, I'll use it to upgrade officers. Right now, though, it is, as you see here, I've stopped leveling up my cadets simply because I don't want to spend 1,000 faction credits, on all these guys that I don't use right now. So... Mayflower, if I was to put the Mayflower anywhere, it'd be right where this Bortus is. Same morale setup. And some fun stuff for everybody out there. Now, the only thing I would change is instead of using Scotty, here, I would put Uhura or Bones, just depending on what I felt like in the mood that day. But the thing with the Explorers, and I've started to find out why they're so weak in terms of in general compared to interceptors and battleships, is the mitigation proc here under defense simply doesn't work very well, in that the officer bonus doesn't correlate to a much bigger jump in mitigation. And that becomes a problem for Explorers because Explorers are almost entirely shield health, as you see here. There's a 3-to-1 ratio for this Mayflower, whereas Interceptors is more of a 1-to-1 ratio, and Battleships is a 3-to-1 or a 2-to-1 ratio. Hull health is what keeps these ships alive in this game. Shield health is only beneficial if you're getting extra mitigation. All this shield is fantastic, but only if you're mitigating most of the damage. Like I said, that's a whole nother video I'm going to put out. And as to Don Dennis's question, which would I get first, Mayflower or D3? I would definitely get the D3 first. D3. Good night, Red Badger. Thanks for dropping in. I hope you had a ton of fun tonight. Manny says he heard that the Cadet McCoy officer ability is broken. Is this true? So yes and no. The Cadet McCoy ability works with the other cadets. It doesn't work if you were to try to take Cadet McCoy's ability and apply it to, say, Chev. I actually made a video where I put Cadet McCoy with Chev thinking that that would work, and it didn't. And for those wondering what that ability is, it's that secondary ability right here called Psychologist, which increases the effectiveness of the captain's maneuver by 10%. So if that was Chev, then say that Chev was at 35%, then that should in theory take it to 45%. But that doesn't work with non-cadets. However, if you pair him with, say, Uhura as captain with her negotiation skill, that does work compared to what other community content creators have studied and other people. So I don't know why he works for some things and not others, but there you go. Next option is you hope the devs can look into allowing skins for ships. I'll be honest. Skins for ships are something I like. What I really would like are skins for the space stations. Why do I have such a generic, ugly space station? Let me have a Klingon space station. Like one of the ones from Star Trek Armadas. Y'all ever play Star Trek Armadas when you were younger? That's what I want. That's what I want. Being able to skin my base. You're talking about things that Deuce would spend money on? The ability to skin my base is what Deuce would spend money on. That's right up my alley. I love skins. That's the whole reason I've got this little pretty mamma jamma here. I love skins. The Hijacked Legionary looks gorgeous. It's expensive. It costs more than a regular Legionary to make, but oh my gosh, does it look pretty. Oh, yes, those Borg cubes that you can merge together. You know, I might pull out my old Star Trek Armada CD and play it again. I miss that. But base skins is what I would love the most right now. The ability to change how my base looks. A hijack Bortus. Yes, tier 2 faction ships that had hijack variants would be a great idea. I would love to see a hijack Bortus. I think the Bortus actually looks really good as it is. The only thing I would change about the Bortus as it, sits here in game is where they have kind of the Klingon emblem, like it's kind of there. I would make this Klingon emblem bright red, just like from the series, and I would stick it right on the wing. That's the only thing I would change about the Bortus. I think she's gorgeous. I love her nacelles. I love even the added support beams they put on the neck. I love the disruptor cannons here right on the front ends of the ship. I love the torpedo bay. I would simply add the Klingon logo bright red on top of it. Woo! That's the only thing I would change. Having a hijack version of this, though, would be gorgeous. Imagine this was just all being a silver and gold like the Mayflower and the Legionary is. It would look beautiful. Mark C, yes, good job. It is Katinga and D7. There's your fun fact. The Katinga is from the movie, and the D7 was from the series. So, okay, Jeffrey, let me check real quick to make sure I got it. Yep. You sent it on. Thank you very much. So I've got all the winners from tonight's contest. I've got all your player IDs, and I will get all that sent in to you. I'll get all that in. I'll let Panic know who won what. And once again, just a big congratulations to Jamie Grant, who took our first place prize, Kevin Peterson, who took second place, Jeffrey Paul, and David Paramoon, I'm sorry if I keep butchering your name, who tied for third, and then Tenacious G, who won the drawing for that fourth place prize of 2,500 Latinum. So congratulations once again to everybody. But yeah, Zulu, I would love the ability to do anything in terms of skins with these ships. Not necessarily. I would say that I like the idea of keeping them limited. Like, I don't want somebody just painting a big, bright red candy apple ship with, spinners on those cells. If I was playing Grand Theft Auto, I would do that, but I would like the designs to be tasteful. So have skins that are pre-made, not like a paint job that you can go out there and paint, but actually skins that you could get. That's something that I would like. And good night, Don. Thanks for stopping on by. But yeah, that's kind of how the hijacked works. Yeah, see, Jeffrey's talking about putting a big yellow smiley face on the dish. I just, if other people would like that, cool. I wouldn't personally do that. Who hit me? Somebody hit my base. Kim with a fortunate. And there's Krista. Krista's like the strongest level 14 I know of. Look at that. A level 14 with an 87,000 North Star with a mining loadout. Oh. Love to see the USS Vengeance. The USS Vengeance would be really cool if that was something they added to the Augment faction in the future. Not saying that's happening. I'm simply saying that'd be cool. All right, everybody. Here's what I'm going to do. It's been 1 hour since we started. And I'm going to wrap this up because I got a video that's going to come out tomorrow morning to get the podcast out. Remember, any ideas that you have for my channel, any ideas you have for future giveaways, when this video posts and becomes a video, it's no longer live, but when it posts, go into the comments and please leave your suggestions on what you would like for future giveaways. And if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, give everything a like, give us a follow because it helps us grow and get better. I really appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Live long and prosper and stay safe out there, Space Cowboys. Y'all are the best.